It's an important strategy, people. The squeeze, I personally do not think will happen. I think we'll see ups and downs. I think we'll see lots of trampoline bounces. I think we'll see a lot of hedging manipulation in the future. And I think that will continue until retail is making more than they are losing. Until you guys are making more money off this movement than we are losing, they will not let the squeeze happen, because that means they're making more money than they're losing, and so it's worth the headaches. Every time they lose control of the price and they lose a bunch of money on options, it's worth it because they make way more long term than they're losing. So how can you play them and beat them and don't care where they go with their money or what they do, and you're going to beat them no matter what? How can you do this? Let me show you. Let me show you. So first, we're going to do only 2022, just to give you an example of what it looks like. We're going to assume that the middle price is $10 and that right now it's at $10. I know that it's not exactly at $10, but we're going to assume that it was. So I do $8. I do an $8 put. Sorry, $8 put, $12 call. And then I'm going to calculate this guy. And basically what you're going to see is that if we come down to $8, oh, actually, hold on. I want to have more money in the put than I do the call when looking at the $8 and the $12, because the $12 call makes more profits than the $8 puts. And so because there's more money on the $12 call for $292, what I'm going to come in here, I'm going to do 2 contracts of this, and then now it's going to be about equal. And so what's going to happen is if it comes down to $8, my $2 puts, or my 2 puts for $600 is what I'm going to be able to cash it out for. So I paid, this is saying I paid $546. It should be making a little bit more than just that much money. Because if this is losing all that money, if this is going from $292 to $193, so that's a $100 loss. This is going from $107 to $64, so that's $50 loss. It's a $150 loss. Okay. And then we make 70 bucks. So we make 60 bucks off this guy, something like $60 off this, so we make about 10%. So you'll make about 10% off your $8 puts. So you're going to cash out right here for your 10% profit. Then you're going to put that 10% profit, the profit plus the whatever was in it, at the $10 call. When it goes back to $10, you're going to cash that out for a profit and then come back in and buy the $8 put. And then every time it's either going to hit $12 or $8, whether it's 1 week or 1 month, it doesn't fucking matter because you're betting on 2022 expiration options, and you're just looking to collect 10 to 20% every time it bounces $2 one direction or the other. If at any time it squeezes and you have that $40 strike, let's see what happens if it hits $40. You're making 400 times on your money, 3 times on your money, which is the same amount. So if it goes from $10 to $40 and somebody has $100,000 in stock, they're going to have $400,000 in stock. You would have the exact same amount of money as them investing exactly how I'm showing you here. If you want to make more than them, then all you got to do is keep your legs going like this one right here and add a little bit larger factor to the $40 puts or $40 calls. Sorry. So I can do like 3 contracts here. Now when I do it, boom. Now I'm making double what anybody would make in the stocks if it hits in the first month. If it squeezes in the next month, I'm making double what the stockholders would make. And I'm still going to make 10% up and down, up and down, up and down, and just collect those profits as long as it takes. Now, if you want to get a little bit aggressive, you don't need to wait for a month of expiration. You can do 1 month, you can do 2 months. And so let's just say I go June 25th expiration, and let's say I do the $12 strike, and then let's say I do the June 25th expiration, and I do the $8 puts. Now when I calculate this, guess what? When we go to $8, oh, let's make sure we got the right number of contracts first. Yeah, that looks fine. The only thing I'm going to do is change this guy to 1, because now we're investing way less money. Let's try it one more time. Okay, so now if it squeezes and goes to 40, I'm making 3 times as much as what anyone's making in the stock. If it comes down to $8, my $222 has grown into $288. So my $60 of a net invested of $500. So now I'm making 11% on all total investments. When it goes down and then back up, I make another 10, 20%. If it goes up to $12, let's see how much that's saying I make. That's saying my $128 grew to $247. So now I'm making 30% on the times that it goes up to $12 instead of down to $8. And because it's at $9.50 instead of $10, it's underperforming the $8 profits and overperforming the $12 profits because it's saying $3.50 to $12 and $1.50 to $8. But if this was in the middle, then these prices would be a little bit more even by making the puts almost double what the calls are. So that's the ratio that I would use. And then however comfortable you need to fill, just load up on the $40 strikes just in case the squeeze happens and make sure your numbers are going to pay as much as you need them to pay. Does that make sense, everybody?